Hi everyone, welcome to our latest video. Pleased to be able to show you today this rather striking and utterly immaculate Honda VFR 1200 FA. This particular bike is a 2011 11 plate. And she's covered just 7,900 miles from two previous keepers. And as you can imagine, with under 8,000 miles from new, she really is in fantastic condition. This is the Candy Apple Red, and I have to say, if you can find better paintwork on a motorcycle than the Honda VFR, then I will be quite surprised. It really is beautiful paintwork. It's the sort of paintwork you'd expect to find on an expensive car. As you can see from these close-ups, she is fundamentally unmarked. So the VFR 1200, the FA, the A stands for the ABS, which I'll come to in due course, is basically a 1200cc V4, beautifully smooth and powerful, around about 160 brake horsepower. But I think even more important than the brake horsepower figure is the 95 pound-foot of torque that Honda extract from that V4 engine, and that basically propels you forward via the shaft drive. So nice low maintenance, obviously keeps that rear wheel nice and clean as well without flinging chain grease everywhere. And this particular model has had the rear final drive modification recall, so that's all been done. And despite only having covered 7,900 miles, this bike of course comes with a full service history. We've got 5 stamps in the service book, and the most recent service was carried out by Bellevue Honda in Southend around about 150 miles ago, so she wants for nothing. And if I take you around to the right hand side of the bike, you can probably make out in the sight glass just how opaque the oil is. And again, while we're down here, you can see absolutely no marks on engine casings. Just generally a lovely, lovely unmolested machine. You can see we've got a charging point there for an Optimate as well. If we're being really, really picky, there's a couple of marks there on the heel guards, which I think you'd expect on any machine really of 6 years of age. But you'll also see she's fitted with a comfort seat, which has got this rather nice red piping. Lovely, nice, wide, comfortable pillion perch there with grab rails, and of course the backrest on the top box there. So that's original OEM fitment luggage, colour coded luggage. So side panniers and top box. And you will get a full face helmet in those side boxes as well, both full size as well. As you'll notice, the line of the exhaust, unlike some bikes, for example the Z1000 SX, where the line of the exhaust sometimes compromises the width of the panniers. And again, these are unblemished as well. So often is the case that panniers get knocked by boots with people getting on and off the bike, or even when the bike's just parked in the garage. It's just very easy for them to be scuffed and chipped and scratched, but these are in fantastic order. And finally, we're also fitted with a power bronze screen, which is just a very slightly tinted screen, and just slightly taller than the standard. Just put that rubber seal back on. Slightly taller than the standard, so just giving a little bit of extra wind protection. And she's currently running Bridgestone BT 023 GT tyres, which, as you can see there, have got loads and loads of tread left, front and rear. So I mentioned earlier on that this is ABS. As you can see, if I do some close-ups down here, you've got these huge Nissin 6-pot radial mounted brake calipers, and you can see there the sensor, and on the inside of the disc the sensor ring for the ABS. So whilst this particular model isn't fitted with traction control, she does have the ABS, so keeping you safe on slippery surfaces, and when it comes to emergency braking, for example. But generally, much like the smaller Honda, the Fireblade, such is the control of the chassis of modern Hondas that, quite frankly, it doesn't really need traction control. And not the lightest bike at 269 kilos, and was certainly marketed by Honda as a sports tourer. I would suggest that this bike is still very much more touring than sport because of its weight, but I also believe that with a confident rider aboard, you could still embarrass a few sports bikes on this if you were that way inclined. Again, do some close-ups on the left hand side. You can see no marks at all. I did nearly just forget to mention that we've got an R&G hugger fitted there as well, which has got an integrated swing arm protector, final drive protector, so that your boots don't rub the paint off of the final drive. Okay, we'll start her up for you. We'll see the instrument panel do its self-check. And you'll see the ABS light there. The ABS light remains on even when after the engine's been started. You basically need to get to sort of 4 or 5 miles per hour for the ABS control unit to receive a signal from both the wheel speed sensors. So that's as it should be. And we'll just start her up. Hopefully you can see in the glare the mileage is 7873. So other than the few items I've just mentioned, this is a completely standard bike with standard exhaust. And we'll just give the throttle a blip so you can hear what that exhaust sounds like. So there you have it. That's our 2011 plate Honda VFR 1200 FA with ABS, full colour coded luggage, 5 service stamps in the book, a power bronze screen and a comfort seat, and this bike is available at 6795. I hope you enjoyed the video.